don't think much of your music.
Tell them others. Them that brought them up. By the way, did I tell you I'm retiring tonight?
Only 5 times.
We're a bit pushed for space, so I brought you a cellmate.
It's illegal to put people in cells together.
So what are they gonna do? Sack me on me last night? Anyway, you've got a choice. It's either her or Sadie the Snake Lady. We think she's still got snake about her person.
I'll have her then.
Are you going to charge us?
Might do. Might not. By the way, I've had a Mr. Hope on the phone 5 times. My wife never rung that much when I got me prostate done.
Diane.
It's been torture this week. I can't even look at you without wanting to slap you.
There's these 2 fellas came in the bar.
Oh, this better have a good punchline.
No, 2 fellas came in the bar, chatty, nicey, everybody's getting along fine. Diane's getting drunker. Bit of a scuffle with Steph, a lock-in.
Thanks for the invite.
More drinking, more scuffling. Only turns out, plainclothes bobbies.
Who?
The 2 fellas who came in the bar. Louise and Diane, they're hissing at each other like alley cats. There's a big scrap. Copper gets his helmet thrown off. They're both bundled in the back of a meat wagon off to the cop shop. What am I gonna do?
Oh, it's times like this I wish I was still 18 stone.
Shh!
You wake me dead. No, he was snoring like a pig when I listened in.
What on earth's going on in here?
We're just tidying.
What's this dreadful smell?
What smell?
Like ammonia.
Perm solution.
Oh, no.
Good job it's a cheap carpet.
You're insulting my dad again. And she called you a pig earlier.
Don't even try that, Stephanie. I want a word, please. Now.
Look, Dad. She's put so much effort into pulling herself up by the bootstraps. All the things you hold dear. Shelley's been a good friend to me. If I can't buy her some cheap gear to get her business...
Not on my credit card.
I shouldn't have let her push me into doing it, but... she's so desperate, Dad. If she loses her confidence now, she'll be 20 stone before you know it.
Yeah, all right, but I want every penny back for those goods.
She managed to talk you round then. Honestly, what is she like? She could sell oil to the Arabs.
Do you know, I believed you, Var, for a second there. Why do I even bother?
Oh, you've never been interested in me. Just because I won't play along with your posh front. Well, I'm not ashamed of being common, and neither is she.
Diane, please don't cry. It'll be okay.
I can't cope with it. You've asked too much from me. I know you probably deserved it. And you didn't mean to do it. But you killed Ray. You killed him, love. And you had Terry to see you through it. I'm all by myself. I've got no one to talk to.
You got me.
But I want to talk about you. I can feel myself unravelling.
Diane, you promised, you swore you wouldn't say anything.
And look where it's getting me. Half cut by 3 o'clock, which is halfway to blabbing in the pub. I'm being nasty with Jack. I was appalling to poor Laurel. I can't talk to Terry.
You could.
If he gets dragged back in, it opens it all up with you again. Not that it took you more than 5 minutes to start chatting that fella up, who just happened to be a copper, so now on top of everything else, I'm going to lose my livelihood and all.
They'll just give us a warning, I'm sure they will.
We were serving after hours and brawling with several rozzers in the street.
God, do you think we really will lose the licence?
You see, listen to you. That's my smallest concern and it's your biggest. I'm here because of you. You've turned my life upside down. At least if a bloke does that, I still get some sex out of it.
I was interested in you. I bought you a 10-gear bicycle for your 15th birthday.
It's taken you 2 hours to come up with that.
I think I'll just go and make a cup of tea.
And I got you a new wardrobe.
Pity I had nothing to put in it because you'd gambled away the housekeeping.
I hardly ever went anywhere near the bookmakers.
It's not how often you go. It's how much you lose when you get there. Oh, it's the life you've invented for yourself that makes me sick. People treating you like the charming, cuddly uncle in a cravat.
I grew up, unlike some. And you can't despise me for being a nicer person than I was.
No. I despise you for the fellow you used to be. And however much you'd wish him to be gone, he still exists. In here and in here.
What is it that you want of me, Stephanie?
To know you care would be a start.
Well, of course I do.
Oh, so much so that you were happy for me to marry Rodney, even though you knew I didn't love him.
That's not true.
Come on, Dad. Don't kid a kidder. I can see why you might want to give me away to another bloke, but I bet you'd give more thought to chucking out your old socks.
Half an hour to go. Half an hour to go. Half an hour to go.
Are they having a do for you?
No, thank you. Top coat on and out, that's me. Right, 2 teas for me favourite Viragos. No sugar for you.
Thanks.
And just dip a spoon for Ozzy.
Can you tell just by looking at people?
Oh, well, there is that. Plus a permanent line of open communication to Mr. Hope.
Are you going to let us out?
Oh, I don't know. I've got used to Mr. Hope's calls now. Could well be the start of something special.
It was only an innocent flirt with that cover behind the bar.
Maybe.
Look, after I told you about Ray, I know this sounds selfish, but it was such a relief. I'm just so desperate to move on.
By jumping from one disaster to the next. First an affair with Ronnie, then you decide Terry's the one.
I love Terry, and I did the right thing like you asked, but you can't possibly compare the two.
Maybe not the men, but I can compare the situations because they were both utterly reckless. And I'm sure it didn't escape your notice that that couple was wearing a wedding ring and all. I just wish you'd never got me involved.
You wanted me to tell you?
Aye, only because I didn't know what you were going to say. When a girlfriend says, cross your heart and hope to die, you want to hear it, then turn to the person next to you and say, never believe what you just told me. Not this unbearable weight, Louise. Not something I can never refer to again.
Well, what do you want me to do?
I don't know. I'm tired of worrying about you. It's ruined you. It's not fair to take me down with you.
You make it sound like it's deliberate.
I feel sorry for you, love. I do. But I don't know if I like you anymore.
You do?
How can I, when you're controlling my whole life? You've turned me into a liar. With friends like you.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
I just want to go home.
I know. If I could change things, I would.
I want my life back, Louise. I just want it back.
I know. Everything's gonna be all right.
How? I'm going off my head here.
I promise. not going to mention you or Terry. I'm just going to tell him what happened.
No, you can't. You'll make it worse.
It can't get any worse. This is the only way.
Don't do this.
You're right. I've lost it all now anyway.
No, this isn't what I meant. I said I wanted my life back, not you to go to prison.
Well, what's the point of any of it if I haven't got you?
You have. I didn't mean it.
You did. And I don't blame you. The only unconditional love I've had since I left home has been from you. You've looked after me, you've listened to all my problems. My problems? I should have told the police in the first place. I'd rather have you visit me once a month as a friend than live with me and despise me.
No, I can't let you. I've already lost a daughter. I couldn't bear to lose you too. We've got to be brave girls, Louise. We can get through this. We can. If you really do love me.
Miss Appleton, something of great import to impart, I hope?
I can't.
I'm having the menopause. There, I've said it. I've had difficulty coming to terms with it, Sergeant. But me and my hormones have to accept full responsibility for that debacle in the pub last night.
What a fitting end to an entirely undistinguished career. Woman admits to possession of womb.
Don't knock it. It's lethal when it's out of kilter. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm really pleased for you.
Thank you. Right. You'll be getting a firm telling off before we let you go. Try not to argue, Toss.
My man on the inside has gone over the wall.
It's not a spy film, Bob.
Anyway, the other sergeant reckons they should be out just after 10.
Right, well, I'll pick them up. I've taken half a day. I want a word with Diane before she hits the bottle again. See, there's obviously something wrong, and I'd rather knock it on the head than carry on like this.
Don't worry. I'll get her tucked up in our room before anybody gets up.
That girl runs me ragged.
Kids do. And she didn't stop being yours just because she's over 50. Don't tell her I used the F word.
How on earth have you put up with her all these years?
She's my best mate.
But she blames you for everything.
She doesn't mean it. I owe her. She taught me a trade. She stuck up for me when I was being picked on at home. Really picked on. Her stuff's just gobby barbs. She knows she can only go so far.
That seems like quite a long way.
She was putting on my makeup once when we were young and she said, "Shelley, you're the tubby little sister I always wanted." She just came straight out with it. It was the nicest thing anyone had ever said. Try not to take offence, Alan. She just gets all chewed up inside.
Bob's opening up. I said I'd come. When's the court case?
We got off with a warning. Nothing on paper, thank God. Let's go home.
We'll drop Louise off, and then I think you and me ought to clear the air.
Just drop us both off together. No, Diane. Look, I'm sorry I lied about the menopause thing, but it was a lie.
I gathered.
It's got nothing to do with her. It's me. She's been protecting me.
Why?
Because I was there the night Ray died. Could even be argued that I caused his death.
Sorry?
So am I. You see, I found out he'd been stalking me all those months. He was threatening me, he was coming after me, and I really thought he was going to kill me, Jack. So I hit him and he fell. Diane's been carrying this for a while. She could really do with some support.
You said some rather cruel things last night.
Only because I meant him.
Do you really have no feelings at all for Rodney, beyond the money?
I've never had any feelings for any man beyond the money. I got feelings for me mate Shell, but even she gets on me wick.
You have any feelings for me?
Mum deserved better, and so did I.
Maybe Tricia deserved more than she got from you. But you're doing your best to put things right. And so am I.
When are convicts returning?
Any minute.
3 drinks all round then.
As long as Diane doesn't have any.
Large whiskey, please.
A well-earned drink after hard morning's oppressive activities.
I heard that.
I never said a word. You must have developed tinnitus from clanging at looms in your sweatshop.
Hey, I've had enough pugilism in this bar, thank you. 260, please, Mr. Pollard.
I don't think he likes you much.
I know.
Oh, next time there's a lock-in, I'm top at list.
So, should I have a happy face or a sad face? Come on, I need to get the features in a suitable arrangement. Are we all friends?
Thank you, Bob.
Oh, fantastic. And my new pal, Sergeant Harpley, did he retire all right?
With honours.
I'm surprised you didn't skulk in through the back door.
Why? We've got nothing to be ashamed of. You haven't even got a friend to fight with. I'll leave you to it.
No, Jack, go through the back with Diane. I'll make a start in here.
Is Laurel at work?
She's at home, not feeling 100%.
Not need a rest?
Me? Fresh as a daisy. Has everyone been behaving themselves in my absence?
I'll have you know, I gave £500 to charity last year, you backward prol.
There's no backward about proletariat. Ask Russian royal family.
Things have taken a rather political turn.
You've had a terrible time, love.
It must be worse for Louise.
Well, it's not the first time you've had a nightmare secret foisted on you.
Is it me face? I must attract it.
I'm really sorry.
What happened with Andy when Sarah died? He was just a child. I never felt the urge to discuss it because I could see he needed to move on. And look at him now. He's come through it. But with Louise, she kept getting deeper into trouble and I was falling apart beside her. Big secrets, but very different situations.
How do you feel now?
Relieved. Like I want a cup of tea instead of a large brandy.
I love you.
I'm so glad. I thought I'd lost you.
This is fantastic.
Give us a bit.
No, I don't want you blaming me.
So I know I can't hear you. Gob's too.
Hey, get off! Get... Honestly. You and leftovers. I heard you last night schmoozing up to Rodney.
Not fair. You can get them when you don't want them. I'm desperate. I can't get one. I don't really know what to say now. What I really want to do is grab you, burst into tears and give you a great big cuddle. But sometimes words speak louder than actions. I'm ashamed of my behaviour towards you last night.
Oh, well.
No, Laurel. Most of the time I'd suggest you disagree with people more, but this is one time you should definitely be agreeing.
You were pretty horrible.
Listen, love, when you walk into a room, it's like there's a load of little fairies dancing around your head. You could light up a morgue with your smile. Don't ever let me or Steph, particularly Steph, take that away from you.
Okay.
Can you ever forgive me?
I've got
too, because you're my boss.
No, Nicola's your boss. I'm your friend.
Oh, really?
Of course I am. Do you think I'd be prostrating myself like this if I wasn't? Come here. I'm so sorry.
Madame.
Thanks, Bob. And thank you for making all those phone calls.
Oh, you do the same for me.
No, I wouldn't.
I mended that many fences today. I've got calluses on my tongue.
Louise is having a brandy.
No, thank you. Anything I need to apologise to you for, Bob?
No.
Well, what the hell are you doing standing there like a tin of milk? The bar's unattended.
It's lovely to be back to normal.
Was Jack okay?
Fine. You've no worries on that score?
Really love him, don't you?
Steady. If I say I do, I'll only end up sleeping with Rodney again. Your time will come, Lou. You'll walk round a corner one day.
Straight into a lamppost?
Then you'll go to hospital and there'll be a cock-eyed one-legged porter with your name emblazoned on his heart. So, all in all, it's been a fairly uneventful couple of days, really. Dear Diary.
Got up.
Had breakdown.
Got hauled in by the coppers and went to jail.